Well, the Sydney Kings remain inside the NBL's top two following a thrilling win over the weekend, defeating the Breakers in their first meeting since last season's championship series. And joining me live now to chat a little bit more about it is Kings CEO Chris Pongrass. Chris, thanks again for joining us on Fox Sports News.
Always a pleasure to come and see you here.
Especially coming off that win yesterday. What an absolute thriller. Shaun Bruce clutch in those final moments. Now that I guess the heart rate has reduced, how impressed were you with the side and what they delivered?
You've got to win those games. You've got to win tough ones, gritty ones. We were lucky enough to win a 20-point game on Friday night. And then, when you're the New Zealand always come out and quite hard on us and play really physical. So to win in the 2-point game and, it was really exciting for fans. But Shaun Bruce, I mean, it's hard to top. He's had that many game winners and he's just such an important part of this group.
Yeah, certainly. And just on that, Mahmood said post-game that he's so influential and inspiring on and off the court. The team really looked to him for leadership, guidance, a bit of responsibility, of course. But, do you agree with that? Has he got such an influence? Do you see that a lot as well at the club?
100%. I mean, on and off the floor, he's proven to be a leader in this team. And, this is his 5th season with the club. So for anyone to play 5 seasons, and there's a couple of them, he's really embraced that leadership role. He puts imports under his wing, young guys under his wing, and, comes in and almost provides a steady hand to the team on the floor. Again, couldn't be more happy to have Bruce here, and we might be welcoming another Bruce into the family, the Kings and Flames family this week.
Oh, exciting.
Yes.
Is that through...
His partner V is pregnant and having a little one, so we're expecting another Bruce to come this week.
Oh, wishing them all the best. You've got a lot of young stars, not young, but a mix of great stars at the Kings. One of them, of course, Alex Tui. He's had a standout season and is now looming as a genuine 2024 NBA draft prospect, even though there were thoughts he probably wouldn't apply until 2025. You've been with him through this journey. I guess, what are your thoughts? Do you think that he should wait and remain patient, or is this the best time to really strike while the iron's hot?
No, it's an interesting question. I get this quite a bit. And, I think it's something that he's going to have to weigh up himself. We can have our input. Of course, you'd love to think that, having him here for a second season would be fantastic for us as a club. But we always want to push people to go on and do bigger and better things. So I think it depends, when the nomination date is for him to apply for the NBA draft. I think he's got to see how the rest of this season plays out. If he starts to approach the top end of mock drafts and gets an indication that there are some teams in the first round that wants him, then of course I think it's a realistic possibility. But getting another year under your belt, it doesn't hurt as well in terms of, again, trying to push to be a lottery pick. And I truly think he can be that, whether it's in 2024 or 2025.
Yeah, he's been incredible this year so far. We spoke to you a few weeks ago and spoke about this roster and how it was slowly finding its feet. How do you find the cohesion now that we're, quite a few rounds into the new season?
Yeah, really well. I'm really happy with how they started. Again, we missed DJ Hogue for the first 6 games of the year, which, as one of the star imports was challenging, but other guys stepped up. And you bring in a new coach and a new starting 5, there's always going to be growing pains. And I truly believe that they've started off quicker than most people probably thought we would. Sitting 6-3, of course, you'd love to take some of those games and take some of those wins, but they're always going to happen. So I think we're learning and growing each game, and some of the new players to the NBL are really embracing and understanding how the league's officiated, the physicality of the league, the speed of the league, and they're growing into that. So, if we can take stride in February and March, I think that's the most important time too. But right now, it's just focusing on next game ahead, and we've got a tough one against Brisbane on Sunday. Yeah,
big double header. What about the Flames? They opened their season. Trip over to Perth wasn't the result you were looking for, but I guess this roster is very new. It's one of the most changed, I guess, in the competition this season. You've welcomed Tess Madgen, Kayla George. Looking at the group, when do you think it's going to reach its potential? And do you think this is the roster that can win a title this year?
I do. I think this is arguably the most talented roster on paper in the WNBL. Don't get me wrong, there's some amazing teams built up there, but you're right. We've got a brand new Flame squad coming in, 3 returning players, but a lot of new faces and new coaching staff. And for us, same thing, I think, as the Kings is, it's going to take them a minute to get into rhythm. Kayla George arrived back with us on Tuesday, right? So Monday night she arrived into Sydney. So for her, again, she's played with Guy before, but it's going to take her a period of time to get used to playing with new players, new faces, and them the same. So while we lost that one on Friday, I think that there's going to be a quick bounce back. I like that we've got, a game, a doubleheader on Sunday, then back playing on Wednesday. Yeah. But we've also got a game in Bendigo this Friday as well. So a couple of games to string together in 1 week. And, yeah, a lot of new faces, Tess Madgen, Shanice Swain, Lauren Nicholson, who had an unbelievable game on Friday as well. So, yeah, it's a really exciting group, a couple of star imports coming in too. So, yeah, as long as we're thriving again in February and March, that's the important time too.
Yeah, that's it. Well, Chris, always a pleasure to chat. Thanks again for coming in, and good luck with a very busy week ahead of the doubleheader on Sunday.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.